friends, welcome back again to today's session from Sri Baspa Public School, Ilkar. Children, as you know that we have been discussing chapter 6 Sensible Survival from the Unit II-Flora and Fauna. And we have also learnt about the two senses, that is sense of sight and sense of hearing. So today in this session we shall learn the remaining senses. So today let's begin with sense of smell. Dogs have highly developed sense of smell. They have very good sense of smell. Some breeds are specially trained by police to detect bombs and even drugs. They are trained by police department and also from the detective agencies, and also they used to keep in houses to guard our house. Is it? So that because of the good smell they are used in the police department to detect the bombs and even drugs too. They are also used to track down culprits, especially murderers and thieves. So they are used to track, they are used to catch the culprits. Culprits means criminals, especially murderers and thieves. The bloodhounds have extremely sensitive noses. So bloodhound is a name of a breed of a dogs. So it's a name of a dog. They have very good sensitive nose, so that they can follow the scent of a person by sniffing the ground. They can detect and they can follow the person's smell by sniffing the ground. Even they are used to track down the lost people too. By sniffing, by smelling the person's scent, it can track and it can find out the lost people too. Ants have highly developed sense of smell. Ants also have very good sense of smell. Hence, it helps them to locate their nest and mates as well as to find the food. With the help of smell only, they can identify their nest, even mates, and also they can find their food easily. But birds do not have a very good sense of smell and taste. They don't have a good sense of smell and taste. They can't taste and even smell. Did you know, children? Elephants can recognize the smell of a ripening jackfruit even at the distance of 20 km away. So it can easily smell the ripening jackfruit even at the distance of 20 km away. While most animals detect smells by using their nostrils. Almost all the animals detect the smells by using their nostrils. But some of the animals, including snakes, have some special smell detectors. Those are called as Jacobson organs. What it is? Jacobson's organs. Where it is present? So it present on the roof of their mouth. So upper side of the mouth in the snake it is present, and this organ is known as Jacobson's organs. Here they smell by sticking their tongue out. As you can see here, the snake took out his tongue outside in the air and it collects the smell from the air. When they move their tongue over the Jacobson organs, near the Jacobson organ, then they can easily identify the what smell is it. So by taking the tongue near to that Jacobson organ, snake is easily understand the smell of a particular thing. In this way, snake identify the smell of a particular thing. Is it clear, children? Fish can detect smells over all their bodies. So fish doesn't have any specified organ to detect the smell. Fish can detect smell in any other part in their bodies. They can detect the smell over all their bodies. So this is all about the sense of smell. Now let's see the another sense, and that is sense of touch. Long stiff hairs called as whiskers, what we call whiskers, that help most mammals to detect faint movements in the air and also to feel their way in the dark or through dense vegetation. So with the help of these whiskers, the mammals like tiger, then lion, cats can feel the movements in the air and also can find their way even in the dark vegetation, even in the dark forest too. They also use it to judge the width of a narrow space. If the mammal can get its whisker through it a gap, then it knows that the rest of its body also can pass through it as well. So if the whisker is passing through that place means it identifies that its whole body can be passed through that place. So this is the benefit of having the whiskers, especially in the mammals. The cat's whiskers are very sensitive. These stick out from the cat's chin and even from the above eyebrows too. These are very sensitive. The nocturnal animals also have a well-developed sense of touch. They have very good sense of touch. So what do you mean by nocturnal animals? We have already discussed about this in your previous classes. So nocturnal animals means the animals which are active at night. They can sense at night time too. These kinds of animals are known as nocturnal animals. Why they are having good sense of touch? Because as they have to find their food in the dark and also to get the information about their surrounding areas. Snakes and slugs have long flexible body parts known as tentacles. What it is? Tentacles. So these help the snails and slugs to find their food and also to feel their way, to identify their way. Even birds' beak, tongue and palate are very extremely sensitive to touch. They are very extremely sensitive. Alright children, now let's see the last sense, that is sense of taste. Just like us, even in animals, the sense of smell and taste usually work together. Like us, in animals too, the sense of smell and taste are work together. While most animals detect taste in their mouth, but some insects, they can detect the taste in other places, including their legs. They can detect with the mouth and also with their legs, they can detect the taste of a food. The insects have taste buds on their feet, like bees, butterflies and houseflies. They have taste buds on their feet. This means they can just taste the food just walking on it. So with the help of mouth and with the help of feet they can taste. So just they can taste the food by walking on it. A fly can taste with its mouth part as well as its feet. So it can taste with the help of mouth and feet. The flares are antennas. The antennas of insects as well as crab and ships act as their sensory organs. They too act as a sensory organs. They use them to touch and taste. These antennae can detect loud sounds as well as movement in the air and water. They can detect the sound as well as movements in air and water. Ants also have a highly developed sense of taste, so that they can easily distinguish, they can easily differentiate the taste between sweet, sour, salty and bitter flavors. Sharks have taste buds inside their mouth as well as in front of their snout, where they have taste buds inside the mouth and also in front of their snout. The Aruba rattlesnake, it's a name of a snake. It is an example to know how sensitive snakes are. It is a perfect example to know how sensitive snakes are. It sees quite well and especially movements. It can also hear well and also feel the vibrations in the ground. The tongue flick out to smell and taste the air. It will take out tongue to take the smell in the air, and also it can detect heat very well, and it can also catch easily the warm-blooded rat even in the dark. Even in the dark, by feeling the heat of a particular rat, it can catch and hunt the rat in the darkness too. So beside these 5 senses, some animals also have what? 6 senses. Some animals also have 6 senses that will give intuitive awareness towards anything. They will give just intuitive awareness about anything. For example, before raining, all birds will fly. So at the time of sunset and sunrises, birds started to shout. So these are the 6 senses, what we call 6 senses. So children, this complete your chapter 6, sensible survival, and this is your homework. Read twice this chapter and note down the difficult words in your EVS homework book. You have to read this chapter 2 times and you have to write down the difficult words that present in this chapter.